Mornings I live for right here. Morning tribe. Beautiful morning here on the coast, Oxnard Beach Park. Hope it's beautiful where you are. Beautiful sunrise a little while ago. Epic day. Anyway, like I said, I hope it's beautiful where you are. I hope you're starting your day off right. Hope you got some good momentum going. And hope you're checking those basic boxes on the daily and you're staying in alignment with your mission. And remember, if you're not sure what your mission is, we're going all in on our health. We're going all in our health anyway. But if you're not sure what your mission is, go all in on your health until you figure out what your mission is, and you will. Because again, all in on your health raises vibration and frequency. Yeah, and when you do that, again, you start to raise your frequency and you start to attract higher frequency stuff. It's pretty cool how that works. I'm gonna try to get this black box off of my chest. There we go, the shadow. But yeah, what I want to talk about briefly, because we're talking a lot about stress management, listening to body signals, and I'm talking especially lately to a lot of my fellow adrenaline junkies, is to know when to pull back, but also know when to push. But if you're like me, to know when to pull back and to know when to recover. And like we've been talking about, recovery is also a skill. It's not just something that happens to you. We have to actually take steps to optimize a recovery, especially if you're kind of a high output person. You like to train, high production, go type person. You need to pull back, you need to recover, you need to check those recovery boxes, which are mainly checking in with your breathing, making sure you're hydrated, and making sure you're nourishing yourself. Also making sure you're getting good sleep. That output has to be there, the movement has to be there, the strength training definitely. And we also want to be checking in with that mindset constantly and just making sure that our general internal dialogue is positive. And if it's not, then we need to make a shift, maybe take a deep breath. Yeah, it's beautiful out. Right now I am helping with my stress management by optimizing my circadian rhythms. So I try to get out in the morning as early as I can and get some sunlight in my eyes. I've got to climb a little bit, so no grounding today. I've got my shoes on, got my zeros on, but I'm still checking as many boxes as I can out of the gate. And I hope you guys are continuing to do the same. Anyway, when it comes to circadian rhythms, it's about staying in alignment, but it's about staying in alignment with our environment. If we're up in the sun, and by the way, try not to have coffee right away. Try to let your natural energy rise first. Try not to grab your phone right away. And wait a while. Like I wait about an hour and a half before I have my first sip of coffee. Man, I love coffee. But it makes a big difference, takes a lot of stress off the system. Head back the other way. Takes a lot of stress off the system if you let your natural energy rise first. Anyway, and then as you go through the day, I try to get even if I'm really busy with clients, but I try to get key little sun exposure times during the day, a little bit in my eyes, even if I'm just walking in my car. Keep reminding my circadian biology what's going on. And that's how we do that. Minimize wearing sunglasses. They're not good for you. And trust me, I miss mine. I think I look cooler with sunglasses. But they're actually not good for you. They disrupt your circadian rhythms because the photoreceptors in your eyes can't sense the colors in the environment. Later on, when the sun goes down, try to take a little evening stroll. But the more we're exposing ourselves to that, our body knows what hormones to produce at the right time of the day. Cortisol, kind of a daytime hormone, not so much of a nighttime hormone. It's actually an awesome hormone though. It's getting a bad rap. But it needs to drop off at the right time so that we can make that melatonin and get that repair going when we're in our sleep cycle. And it's a yin and yang game we're playing. So we just have to make sure we're pulling back when we need to, guys. Nourishing ourselves, optimize those circadian rhythms, check in with your body signals. I could talk another 10 minutes about this stuff. It's that important. Anyway, you guys, with that said, again, none of this is medical advice. This is just general stuff you can do on your own, stuff that's helped me over the years and many of my clients. And feeling pretty good in my late 50s as a result. Anyway, with that said, much love, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Boom.